Around 13,000 years ago, humans and fire changed LA's ecosystem forever. Mammals like ancient bison and dire wolves couldn't survive the fiery shift. By about 11,700 years ago, most large land mammals outside of Africa had gone extinct. Scientists have long debated whether these extinctions were primarily caused either by human activity or a changing climate as the last ice age came to a close. The new study of the remains of animals trapped long ago in the La Brea tar pits is what's now Los Angeles suggests both factors worked in concert to bring about the demise of the region's megafauna. A warming, drying climate plus human hunting and burning of the landscape led to large fires that precipitated the end of the Pleistocene die-offs. They're around 13,000 years ago and forever changed the ecosystem, researchers reported in August 18th in Science. The findings reflect the reality of nature, which is that phenomena are rarely, if ever, driven by a single factor, says Danielle Fraser, a paleoecologist at the Canadian Museum of Nature in Ottawa, who was not involved in the research. The type of climate, human synergy implication, and the demise of California's biggest beasts may warn of dramatic upheaval in modern ecosystems subjected to ongoing human-caused climate change, the researcher says. Southern California, for instance, has warmed more than 2 degrees Celsius over the last century, a more rapid change in the area faced during the earlier time periods. In the new study, F. Robin O'Keefe, a paleontologist of evolutionary biologist at Marshall University in Huntington, West Virginia, colleagues were initially studying the remains of ancient carnivores that had been stuck and dried in the asphalt seep of La Brea, investigating how the animals had physically changed over many thousands of years. Then the researchers found evidence of an extinction event recorded in the tar pit's fossil record. We had lots and lots of megafauna, and then suddenly they were gone, O'Keefe says. The team started gathering data in more species, and all the research dated remains from 172 individuals from 8 megafauna species from 10,000 to about 15,600 years ago. Included were extinct animals like saber-toothed cats, Smilodon fatalis, dire wolves, which have their new name now, Scion dirus, and ground sloths, Paramylodon harlani, and a single species that survived to today, the coyote, Canis latrans. Sure enough, about 13,000 years ago, the 7 of the 8 megafauna species all vanished from the tar pit's record, the team found. To understand what was going on in the environment long ago, the researchers turned to sediment cores from the nearby Lake Elsinore. The core served as a record of regional vegetation, climate, and fire frequency changes over 10,000 of years. O'Keefe and his colleagues also compared the extinction timing with computer modeling of human population growth on the continent built from a database of many thousands of radiocarbon dates and archaeological sites across North America. The sediment core revealed that over the millennia preceding the extinction, the region warmed by 5.6 degrees Celsius and dried out. The area's juniper and oak woodland gave way to more drought and fire-tolerant plants. Shortly after this shift started, Southern California went through a 300-year-long period of intense fires, evidenced by a spike in charcoal in the lake's records. The team's modeling on human population showed their numbers rapidly grew right before the burning started. That's the population upswing so closely coincides with the fire suggests that the two areas are linked. What's more, the changing climate of human activity not only precipitated the extinction the team found, but also converted the region's woodland into chaparral scrubland for good. O'Keefe describes it as a feedback loop, noting that hunting herbivores also makes the ecosystem more fire prone as plants go uneaten. You get this vicious cycle, he says. You add more people and it gets hotter and drier and you're killing more herbivores. So there's more fuel to burn. The 7 megafauna species from Southern California, about 1,000 years before they did elsewhere in the United States. They vanished in Southern California first. I didn't realize that. Interesting. Those other populations may have met a similar end, the researchers say. There is evidence for a continent-wide event, not just Southern California, but across the continent right about the same time, O'Keefe says. Kind of what's happening right now with these fire maps, right? And we're seeing Sandra Brugger, a paleoecologist at the University of Basel in Switzerland, who wasn't involved in the research, notes that similarly, rapid ecological transformations have been documented in the Mediterranean and a broader swath of the western United States during the transition between the Pleistocene and the following Holocene epoch. The new findings not only provide a glimpse into the past, but are also a cautionary tale relevant to the present and to the survival of modern biodiversity, says O'Keefe, pointing to recent large, intense fires in Hawaii, the U.S. West, and Canada. So the parallels are certainly there. The one thing that's different about today is that we know what's happened before, and we can learn something from that. Maybe we can change our trajectory. Yeah. So what do you guys think? Can we change our trajectory? I would love to get back to a stable environment where the world's not burning across thousands of acres, hundreds of thousands of acres. It's ridiculous. Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? Sorry, this segment's kind of doom and gloom, but here we are. And we're just going to repeat the same thing over again. Let me see here. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Just a second. This, where we go? This is the way things currently look. If you ever play video games, like where you're like do civilizations and stuff, this is what it looks like right before the game over screen, right? You've lost at this point when this much of your landscape is burning. These are the fires that are raging across North America currently. And there's a little Hawaiian fire right there. So, and get some fires down here in Houston, some in Florida, all across Canada. I mean, Canada's in flames. Look at that. Look how many fires we have going. What are we going to do? What is the answer to this? This is an emergency, right? I mean, surely this is an emergency. Is it going to show us? I don't know what to say, people. I don't even know what to say anymore. I feel like I'm barking into the wind. I feel like I'm wasting my voice for people who won't listen. This is not a joke. Climate change is happening. It's affecting us right now. Look at this. Look at this. From freaking Quebec to Alaska, burning straight across the continent. This is not a joke, people. This is insane. It's coming down the Pacific Northwest. It's not just affecting Canada either. It's running down the Rockies. We are drying out this land. These are places that were once green and lush that we've just let go. Yeah. Please remember to be kind and take care. We'll see you next time.